So I don't know. Let's see if that works now. Let's see if that's any better. Here we go. I mean, this is like so. No. Well, I can hear myself now. I just can't hear the game still. Let's see if that works now. Let's see if that's any better. Here we go. I mean, this is like. Oh, wow. It only took us like 2 seconds. Okay. We're just gonna make sure we don't be lagging and shit, but alright guys, we're live now. I mean, we were live before, but of course my stuff wasn't, you know, set up correctly, even though yesterday I planned on going live. Everything was gonna be fine. And then I forgot yesterday was maintenance day for PC, so I was like, okay, we're gonna scratch that off and we're just gonna go live today. But you know, always got them little hiccups in the beginning. Wouldn't be a proper stream if I didn't. So let's see what kind of trouble we could just get into today. I'm not sure how long we're going to be streaming today, guys. Just we're going to see, like Pocahontas always says, we're just going to see where the wind takes us. And we're just going to go from there. I mean, it's been a while since I've streamed. But don't get your boy Sonny wrong. I have been playing. It's just I don't always be streaming. To be honest, there's not too much going on in the game at the moment. I mean, y'all know what's going on. If you play, you got the hell pit. Right, you know, if you want to do it every day, the option is there. It's not like a necessity. I mean, the rewards are very nice, but I don't know, for some reason I just feel this time around it's a little hard. Like, I don't know, I be seeing these people doing it no problemo and shit like that, but here on my C-dub I find myself sometimes having to use my potions and, you know, dodging and weaving, and it's a pain in the ass. This is not an easy thing. But the rewards are good, so I guess it offsets itself a little bit. Good rewards for, you know, a little bit stronger. Well, I don't know if I even want to say stronger, but a little bit harder, you know, event. And I'm not going to say like it's hard to the point where you can't beat it, because obviously I've been in here almost every day. I think yesterday I did miss it. And I was on yesterday. I just think I didn't do the hell pit, which I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass. We definitely want, I don't, let me see. I think I only missed that one day, so I shouldn't have any problems getting the participation award, which will give you, well, you know, for me, I'm going for the coalescent award. You can save up 5 of them, get yourself the legendary mount if you really wanted to. You can grab the runic bag of holding. You know, there's a couple different things in there that you can use for whatever needs. You know, say you don't need a coalescent ward. You know, I feel, in my opinion, you could always use a coalescent ward. And just the way Neverwinter is now in the Zen market, a coalescent ward for free. You know, there's only so many ways you can really get them for free anymore. Praying being the like #1 source for them. But like I said, that's just all RNG based. You can prey on, you know, all your guys every day and then open up your boxes and then still not even catch one. So it really just depends. You can get them out of dungeons. My boy Nipsey just caught one yesterday when we were running some. So it's still, they're still out there in the dungeons and in the, you know, in the prayer boxes. But I did hear, you know, I don't remember even how long it's been now. I mean, shit, you know, Cryptic, they postpone stuff and, you know, kind of push shit away, and it just kind of gets forgettable. But I remember they said they were going to update all the events, like the hell pit rewards and shit. So this way it doesn't take you damn near 5 hell pits to get the legendary mount. Because as it stands now, that's exactly what it takes. You know what I mean? It takes literally 5 hell pits for you to even get the legendary mount, which in my opinion is a little ridiculous. I don't think a legendary mount is worth 5 coalescent wards. So that's how I kind of equivalent that to, you know, just because of, and I mean, you could say it looks pretty cool. I mean, this is literally the only place you can get it, which, you know, does add some kind of factor to it. But in terms of just, at the end of the day, it's just a legendary mount. Like, mounts in this game are for the cheap at the moment, you know, with everything going on. I do not want that one. And that's another thing in this damn health pit. They just be giving me a lot of those, you know, quick, just damaging. I usually get the skull. You know, I've gotten the skull 3 times in one fucking round, not even rounds, but, you know, 3 rounds of the hell pit in a row, which is not helpful at all. Let's just keep it real. That skull doesn't do absolutely anything for you. So with that being said, you know, we'll see. Let's see what we'll get ourselves into after this hell pit here. Probably gonna have to use a potion here soon. Don't want to be Hercules and die, and then have to use a scroll, because I haven't ever like died yet. I ain't even gonna lie. If I do like slip up, I'm just using a scroll because I don't know what happens. I'm gonna assume you probably just have to restart the round, and yeah, that's not happening. I'm just trying to get in here 10 minutes and get out in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We're going for, you know, just maximum time. We're trying to get in and out of here as quickly as we came, is as quickly as we're going. You know, sweetie? Yeah. And then what else we got going on? Ain't really much else, guys. I mean, you know it's the business. If you really want to be endgame like that, y'all gotta get the Mirage weapons, you know what I'm saying? That shit is damn near over 3 mods, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Cryptic can't probably think of any new ideas, so what do? They just, you know, bring shit back. And I hate that. I just hate that. And that's why right now, where the game is, it's just like in a state of, like, in my opinion right now, it's just in a state of, like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's really going on right now. If you know what you got to do. You want the best in slot stuff, you got to do the bounties. And that's pretty much it. It's either bounties or nothing. What else are you doing? You're running dungeons for, you know, some subpar rewards. Okay, you know, they aight, but after a while, you know, you run 2-3 dungeons and then you don't get anything. Is it even worth running dungeons anymore? Probably not. You know, the good thing is it's double enchantments. So at least with double enchantments, you guys can run either Dread Ring, or, you know, if you're looking for enchanted stones rank 6 instead of the rank 5s, you can run Cradle of the Death God, you know, farm the shit out of that. You know, you get a good group in there, 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So that's not a bad come up right there. You know, don't get me wrong, the enchanted stones aren't really all that valuable anymore, just because of, like, you know, how easy they are to get, and just everybody else doing literally the same exact thing. You know, during double, just farming up all these enchanted stones, trying to make, you know, some money in this endless world of Neverwinter, because at the end of the day, that's what it's always about. It's about trying to get your AD to get some damn Zen. I mean, realistically, unfortunately, you need Zen anymore for pretty much, you know, all the big ticket items, unless you want to spend double, essentially double the Astral Diamonds anymore. You know, some things in the Zen market that are on the Astral Diamond, not the Astral Diamond exchange, but in the auction house itself, are sometimes double the price of the Zen market, you know, if you convert to Zen, which is cool. But at the same time, with the backlog being so astronomical, I mean, damn, that's, you know, for a regular player out there, it's not easy. It's really not. You know, you need 10 preservation wards, and those 10 preservation wards cost you almost $500,000, right? So for a free-to-play player, that's literally 5 days of maximum money. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even to include any of the, you know, the wards you need. That's not guaranteed that those 10 preservation wards are even going to go through for you. So, there's a lot of hit and miss things going on right now. You know, like I said, that's why I think the game is just in a state of kind of, it is what it is. You know, there's not really much going on. If you want, you can play. If you don't want to play, to be honest, you're probably not missing much, in my opinion. You know, it just comes down to now, just if you want to be best in slot. You know, you want to be best in slot, you buy the Zuna. You want to be best in slot, you buy the Cold Iron Warrior. You want to be best in slot, you go ahead and run your Cloaked Ascendancy to get the Mirage weapons. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's old content to me. I'm not doing the Cloaked Ascendancy again. I already did it. I'm sorry, like, that's... I don't like when they do that. I really genuinely don't like when they do that. And I don't care what people say at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own. But just hear me out real quick. Like, how come they always be, you know, I don't know how long everybody's been playing Neverwinter for, you know, everybody has different experiences. But just from my experiences, they always do this shit. They always, like, you know, make a new mod, and then the new mod doesn't even contain the best in slot gear, and I don't understand. Like, how does that make any sense? You make literally a new mod, spends months working on it, and then you're gonna turn around and say, well, you know what, guys? You know, you could do the bounties every day, right? Sit there and kill enemies, and it takes you damn near 30 minutes because everybody and their grandma is doing the bounties, right? You get what I'm saying? So everybody's in their grandma's doing bounties. All right, well, what else can we give them? Oh, we'll just give them the Cloak Ascendancy and just say the Mirage weapons are best in slot. Yeah, but they already was there. Oh, it's okay. They don't mind going back again and redoing it. And it's just like, yeah, I'm not going back there. We're literally in mod 20. We're about to be in mod 21, and you're giving us a weapon set that's damn near 3-4 mods old? Really? Nah, I'm good. I just bought, in all honesty, I bought the, sitting here rambling on too much and they hear me, so they're kicking my ass. I just bought the Stronghold set, even for when I be playing on Xbox with Nipsey. I mean, he's going for the Mirage set still, you know, every once in a while. But I just stick with the Stronghold set. It gives 2% damage, 2% outgoing healing, and 2% less damage taken. I think that's, you know, awesome. The more people that are using it, the more it stacks. So hypothetically speaking, if everybody in your group was using it the same way everybody be running with the damn Mirage set, and just, you know, there would be a 10% bonus to the DPS to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I don't think people realize that. Like, everybody's just about their own DPS, and, oh, I just want to be best in slot, best in slot. But it's like, if people just sometimes sat back and just was like, oh, snap, well, maybe instead of sitting there giving into Cryptic and just, you know, oh, we're just going to show them that, you know, it's not a big deal that they keep giving us, you know, old shit to do, right? That's how I see it. Like, whenever they put out some of this old stuff and they realize that people are still doing it, I mean, it doesn't entice them to not do anything else. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know if that's their mindset. It's just, you become lazy. You just become lazy, you know, and it's just, I don't know. I get it, you know, this year, Corona, but I really had high hopes for Neverwinter and the future of it. The combat changes for a lot of people were implemented terribly, like there's no other way around it. From what I hear from the great web of, you know, just occasionally checking up on the game and watching videos here and there, you know, the game isn't really in that great of a state. You know, sometimes people, I was just watching Enyo's video live stream last night, and she was saying in the Reddit, I don't go on the Reddit. I knew there was Neverwinter Reddit. There's Reddit literally for everything, but I never been on it. But she was saying there's a Tom guy in there running, you know, a Hunter Ranger, and he's top DPS. When I heard that, I was mind blowing, literally mind blown by that. And that just goes to show you that this game anymore is just in a whole new state. And the state is you pay to win. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's not a good state. It's not, can it maintain itself? Probably. You know what I'm saying? This game has been around for years now, and to be honest, it has done the same thing for, you know, the past couple years. No, I'm gonna say since the beginning of the game came out, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's still here. So for me, just to say the game is going to disappear, that's bullshit. We all know it's not. But, you know, you would like to see some gradual improvements. I haven't seen any. They give you the same kind of dynamic structure of, you know, if you're lucky, you get one dungeon. You're going to have to run a shit ton of heroic encounters. And you get a subpar campaign that you just pretty much got to do fetch quests. So you guys tell me where the line gets drawn between just giving us something that's decent and something that's, you know, a little bit more entertaining as a game for a player. Because, I mean, just the quickness. I mean, it takes them months to release a mod, but it's literally just a dungeon. They know what they're doing. So I don't see the problem. Half the times, I probably, you know, I'm not a developer, but it's probably just redesigned places, you know, just using the same interphrases and everything like that, and just copy and pasting shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, this, just copy this, give it a new look, and boom, we're done. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you put like 3 big heroics in the zone, because heroics are so damn important, because everybody wants to run those. No, Can we not run heroics for a mod, please, and just like have a little bit of diversity? Like, would it hurt? You know what I'm saying? And their thing is they don't have the money. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. You know, I don't know about all that. I don't. They don't ever disclose that kind of information as far as my knowledge of like their quarterly earnings and how much this game makes, because I'm pretty sure we would be just sickened by how much money this game pulls in. I mean, especially the way the game is now. Like, you guys don't understand. There's literally no really way to get Zen unless you're like that upper echelon of player who can just post 5,000 Zen and then just let it sit for months, and then when it cashes in, it's great feeling. But for the regular guy who's trying to build their tune up, you can't wait 5 months for Zen. So what do you have to do? You're either gonna A, drop money in the game, you know what I'm saying, $20, $30. Oh, I can buy preservation wards now. You know what I'm saying? And then I use my Astral Diamonds to buy the potencies and the marks and everything. And look at that. They just made a quick $20 off of, you know, the little guy Timmy right there. So it's not always about, you know, the big chunks of money. I mean, even right now, y'all already know, like, this Elite Refinement Pack was just a cash grab. This contains the Zuna. When I tell you the Zuna is like dumb cheap right now because of like just how many boxes people are getting, I mean, it's down to, you know, roughly 6 million here on PC, right? PC didn't take it that bad. I assume just because the Zen exchange is just so astronomical on PC that not as many people have access to it. But over on Xbox, dude, the Zuna and shit is dirt cheap. Like that Elite Refinement Pack fucked up the market big time. You know, I did notice it did drop a little bit here on PC, but it wasn't as bad, like I said, which is good, you know. But the reason they put that in there is for that specific reason, to drop some of the money in the game, to lower the value, you know what I'm saying? And in my head, unfortunately, I think the Zuna is going to be coming to a nerf soon, because now everybody and their grandma has a Zuna. And, you know, it's just like, that's not how Neverwinter, you know what I'm saying? Once something like that happens, you know it's time. Oh, well, yeah, we were looking into the Zuna and she's not working as intended, and her AoE move does too much damage. So why does everybody use the Zuna? Well, if you didn't know, it's just because of her AoE attack, and it's literally just a spam. But you take that away from her, and now she's pretty much just another subpar companion, right? Her one jab move isn't even that strong for single target. That's why for single target, you want like the Cold Iron Warrior. You know, I believe the Mercenary even does more than her for single target. So they're just, it's just, it is what it is anymore. I know what to expect from Neverwinter, you know. We're just going to get the bare minimum. And, you know, if we get anything more, it's a bonus. Like, the game isn't in a it's just in that, like, what's that paradox of just being always suspended, right? You're never going to get anything too high, but you're never going to get anything too low. You know what I'm saying? There ain't never going to be anything that makes everybody in the game mad. And there's never going to be anything in the game that makes everybody happy. So it's just going to be one of those things where we just keep being, you know, hovered over this damn near lava pit. And, you know, sometimes we go deeper in, but sometimes we go, you know, they pull us out. But we never fully leave the lava pit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. You know, this year, like I said, we did get hit with Corona and everything like that. So, you know, there was a legitimate problem. And I mean, it still is a problem to this day. But as far as I know, Cryptic works from home. They've been working from home for quite some time now. So I get it. That's a process. You got to work out all the kinks, you know, from working in an office to working at home. I'm sure it's not as easy as it might seem. So I give them that. The transition took some time. All right, well, you know, not to be disrespectful, but you guys been working from home a while. Like, y'all are adults. I'm pretty sure you could have managed perfectly fine. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you give them the benefit of the doubt and you give them a month or two to get their shit together, right? You know? All right, like, all right, well, where's the stuff at? Well, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, you gave us Sharon Dark Part 2, but what is Sharon Dark Part 2? More heroic encounters. You know what I'm saying? So how really hard is it to do shit when y'all are just adding the same thing over and over? Heroic encounter, followed by some fetch quests, right? And then they introduced the bounties. Well, the bounty board was always there. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just turn it on and off, I assume. You know what I'm saying? So you turn the bounties on, right? And then they drop like damn near, I don't even know. I have never seen all of the mobs yet for the bounties. I personally can't even do the bounties. Like, I don't have the time to literally sit there for, you know, 20-30 minutes and just keep switching instances and not even getting any of the monsters. Like, I don't know if it's just me and I'm just in a minority here, but I cannot complete bounties. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially on Monday. I tried to do it on a Monday. That was the worst mistake of my life. Worst mistake of my life. If you try to do your bounties on a Monday, good luck to you. Good luck to you. You got to be quick. You got to know, like, I don't even know, because I know where they spawn. You just got to, like, completely be lucky. Because everybody else is, you know, doing the same thing. So I got to pretty much wait till, like, the end of the week. And then still just hope I can find these monsters. Now, I do give it, you know, that one zone does get easier to complete in the week for the bounties. And that is the first Sharndar portal. You guys know what I'm talking about when they first released Sharndar, not the second one. That one, yeah, I can get the bounties done easier there. You know, I just pretty much go up to the right side of the map. And I just keep doing that. But even then, that's just sometimes a hit or a miss. And that still takes 20-30 minutes sometimes. It really just depends on, you know, how lucky you get. But let's just say you do get lucky enough to complete them, right? Every time I have completed them, guys, I have just gotten shattered diamonds. And it's very demoralizing. It is very demoralizing. You're telling me I'm sitting here spending 40 minutes a day for shattered diamonds. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That RNG shit, no. That doesn't add up. I can get shattered diamonds from literally almost everything else in Sharndar, but you're telling me the bounty board that's supposed to give you the best in slot gear can give you a chance at some shattered diamonds? Like, that don't add up. It just doesn't add up to me. And it doesn't incentivize me to go over there and do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why to me, it doesn't matter if I'm best in slot anymore. Like, I really don't care. It's just, I don't even know. You make money, and you can't even buy Zen anymore. So realistically speaking, you buy your 8, you save up your AD, and you just hope for anything anymore. And it's a little, it makes the game less enjoyable. I think the game is less enjoyable now. Like, everything is just you're hoping. You hope you get something good. You hope RNG is good to you. You hope that, you know, after spending 2 hours in Sharndar that you get to do all your bounties. That's too much hoping for me. And this game doesn't, you know, there's not a lot of answers when you be praying. So I'd rather just take my chances and not do it. But, you know, that's not to say that I don't get on here every day, grab my key, you know, do my dungeons if I can. And to the extent of it, guys, that's pretty much it. That's why I'm not really out there streaming as much as I used to. It's just the game is in a state of just kind of nothingness. Like, it just, you know, so I don't really see, you know, what, I mean, yeah, I could stream, you know, me just doing this every day, right? I do the hell pit and then I do my dungeons. So I could stream that, but at the same time, it's like, afterwards I'm getting right off. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Hopefully you guys are having a little bit more fun with Neverwinter than I am at this time. You know, I can imagine if you're just completely maxed out, I can't imagine what there is to do for you. You know, I don't even have all my boons yet, and, you know, I just refuse to run and do the old campaign zones. Number one, the old campaign zones are just completely trash. Like, they really need to update them. You know, to get your boons is, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Boons used to be a big factor in the game. They used to give you item level. The stat increase used to be noticeable. Now the boons are just, they're there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get them, you get them. They're a little bit of extra damage, right? But if you don't have them, I don't think they're gonna hurt you that big of a deal, to be honest. I could be completely wrong, but, you know, from my experiences, I think I have, like, I don't even have 2 master boons. So let me see. I have 29 boons, and, you know, I really don't see the difference. Whether, regardless of if I had, you know, 20 boons or, you know, I mean, there is a couple decent boons out there. You know, the best one is this one. movement speed, like 2.8% on each rank. Yeah, so if you did want to get some boons, that'd probably be like the biggest noticeable change you're gonna see, because movement speed is huge in Neverwinter. You don't want to be lacking behind the group, last one to the DPS, you know, or even if you're on a tank, you don't want to be the last one to the group, to the mob, and everybody's waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get it in that dungeon as quickly as possible. And that one closed out on me. You're trying to get to the dungeon as quickly as possible, and, you know, oh, this guy's standing in the portal. I was gonna say thank you. You know, and then you just want to see if you can get into another dungeon and see if you can get some better loot. You know, hopefully one day they'll separate these dungeons a little bit better, and the loot table is updated more, so where if you run like an actual end game dungeon like LAM and you know, IC, there is a better chance to get higher rewards. Not that if you run a cloak tower and if you run a freaking, you know, a LAM, not even, I didn't mean to say LAM, but a Lair of the Lost Mouth or something, you know, you can get the same rewards from there as you would anything else. And it's a little weird to me how you can put a higher end, like literally a dungeon that came out 2 mods ago, and give it the same rewards as a dungeon that came out damn near 5 mods ago, or 6 mods ago, or 7 mods ago. It just doesn't really add up to me sometimes all the way. So that's why I say this game is just in a state of just kind of suspendedness. They're not really giving us too much to do. You know, I already talked about the Mirage set a little bit. You guys know, if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You won't catch me over there farming that shit. I already, nah. You gotta, I think really, we really gotta put our foot down sometimes. And show them that that's not okay. That's really not okay, guys. Like, nobody wants, Sharandar's the new mod, right? Why are we going back 5 mods to the Cloak Descendancy? No, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's not, no backwards anymore. I hate that shit. How about when you put out a new mod, how about you give us better gear in that new mod that we can strive for in the new mod, in the new zone? Not put a weapon set, just make a weapon set that was trash back in the day, just make it good now. And that's exactly what they keep doing. And we're cool with that. We are completely cool with that. Because you want to know why I know we're cool with that? There's way too many people running around with the Mirage shit. Everybody and their grandma make sure they get that. Why? Because it's best in slot. But you guys ain't realizing that that's just part of their tactics of just keeping us just at this dumbass level of never being anything more. I'm telling you guys, they're getting too lazy. They're getting way too comfortable. They make too much money off of this game to care. And I've been playing this game for years, and I'm just tired of it anymore. You know, I give them the benefit of the doubts here. You know, Chris Whiteside came, you know, he was hyping everybody up, talking out of his ass, and damn did he disappoint me. And I don't care what anybody says. The game isn't any better than it was last year. The game isn't any better when he was here than when he wasn't here. I mean, come on. If you could, I don't see how you say that. Nobody plays PvP, right? Wasn't that pretty important? Isn't that pretty? Why do you have it in the game? Why waste resources on things that don't matter? Nobody plays PvP, so take the bitch out of the game. Put that money towards something that's actually gonna encourage more people to play, that are gonna make people like me happy. Like, it's just the small things. You know, everybody thinks, oh, they gotta add more dungeons, they gotta add more dragons. No, just make playing the game more fun. Just make the dungeons you have more rewardable. Just make, you know, getting things easier. Just make doing things not RNG based, right? It's cool. You want to make the lockboxes RNG? That's perfectly fine, right? It's a gamble. Who doesn't love to gamble on a box? But when you're talking about a reward out of a dungeon, that shouldn't be RNG. There should be a set minimum baseline for what you should get. And then, of course, the maximum, which is, you know, whatever they want to say is premium loot in the game. I don't know what they classify as premium loot. You know what I'm saying? Do they classify a blood ruby as premium loot? Because if they do, I got these. Do they classify, you know, some, like, I don't understand. It's just mind-blowing to me. So, you know, I gotta be in the minority here. I gotta be. I don't really see too many other people, you know, maybe not just complain as much as I do, because, you know, I guess there's no really point in complaining. But, you know, it's just to express our opinions. You know, everybody's gonna have different opinions, and that's, at the end of the day, that's great. But, you know, I think we can all agree on one thing, that they need to be doing a better job. They need to be doing a better job, and I don't think that's far-fetched to ask. I don't know what they have planned next, to be honest. Like, it doesn't even really seem like it's gonna excite me, whatever they have next. Like, what are you gonna give us, Sharndar Part 3? And it's just gonna be what? Heroic encounters, a fetch quest, and just another place to do bounties at. So realistically speaking, we know what's coming up. I'll be surprised if it's anything more than that. You know, because the first zone was the same thing. You know, you run your heroic encounters, best quests, then they added the bounties. Second zone was introduced, best quests, you know, and are we gonna get a new dungeon with that Part 3? Probably not. A new skirmish for that? Probably not. A new weapon set? Not likely. New armors? Probably not. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they keep putting out new stuff, but for what? New missions? They're not new missions. They're just rehash missions. Every zone has the same missions when you guys think about it. You just kill, instead of killing trolls, you kill demons. Instead of killing demons, you kill Fae. Instead of killing Fae, you kill dragons. Instead of killing dragons, you kill Thans. Every zone pretty much has the same quests. Every zone. And I was like, damn, what the fuck? Everything has the same. What is going on with this game? How is that okay? How do they keep getting away with that? And it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. It really is. They literally just keep doing the same thing throughout the mods. You guys got to think about it. Go through every mod. Go through every mod. What do you get? Heroic encounters. What do you get? Maybe one dungeon that could be a hit or a miss, right? And then what else you get? The same fetch quests. And I don't understand how that just keeps working. I mean, maybe if you're new to the game, you don't mind it as much. But I could assume even if you play the game for like 2-3 years and you've been playing steadily, you would get tired of that. So just imagine the people who've been playing eccentrically longer than that, and it's just, oh, that's a random trial queue. It's just we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, we're only in what? May? I think we're in May now. So we got a little bit of time left this year. You know, who knows what they got in store. I don't even think they know what they got in store for us. I mean, they kind of just throw shit at the wall and hopefully it sticks. I'm still trying to wait for, you know, I'm really hoping to one day get rid of this stupid ass combat change. I probably don't think it's happening, but, you know, I don't really see how this combat change made anything different other than just made people spend more astral diamonds. You know what I'm saying? To kind of balance your stats, right? So, and that's why what it is sometimes at the end of the day. It's not about necessarily doing what's best for us. It's doing what's best for them. It's a business at the end of the day. But you would think as a free-to-play game, and a game that has, you know, people putting all this support, all this money in your pocket, and this game is pretty, you know, it's not the most popular MMO, but it's up there. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely up there. And to think that this could be a very good game, it's across 3 platforms. So you know it has to be decent, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna, you can't just, if a game wasn't popular, you're not gonna put it across Xbox, you're not gonna put it across PC. Well, it was on PC first, then they brought it over to Xbox, and then PS4 got it years later. So it wasn't even like, if it wasn't making money on Xbox, what makes you think they would put it on PS4 and they wouldn't make more money? So it just, I can't imagine. It's hard for them to just, when they have to put out this new module stuff, it's, I mean, I'm not a coder, I'm not anything like that, but I don't see how it's different from putting it to PC, to putting it to Xbox, to putting it to, you know, PS4. It should be, theoretically speaking, all the same coding. There's maybe a little bit of a difference because it's just running on a different system. You know, obviously you're running on a PC, obviously you're running on an Xbox, but the basics are all there. You know, you get the Sharndar map. Okay, well, we got the Sharndar map done for PC. Well, now just bring it over to Xbox, and now just bring it over to PS. I'm trying to see right now if I can actually get into the epic dungeon queue as we're sitting here waiting, guys. We already did the hell pit before, so that's where you end up with a problem with this game is what do you do after you do what you have to do? Did you just run more dungeons to hopefully get a chance at some premium loot? And like I said, what the hell is premium loot in this game? There's too much RNG, a little too much RNG. Hopefully one day they realize that RNG is good, but RNG isn't fucking everything. Sometimes people like to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know personally, like, it would encourage me more to see something that's worth it. Like maybe at the end of the quest lines, you know, you can give us the same quest, right? But give us something at the end of it to entice us. Like, oh shit, you're gonna get a best in slot piece of companion gear, or you know, a best in slot, but you can only get it from doing this quest line now. So now what does that do? That makes everybody want to do the quest line. But guess what? It also keeps people happy because you're actually getting something for what you're doing instead of a chance at getting something for what you're doing. And that's why I say it doesn't always have to be the biggest things to change the game. You know, doesn't have to be they have to add 10 new dungeons to make everybody happy and just add more dungeons and dungeons and dungeons. Because at the end of the day, every dungeon is the same. It's just, we just want, for what we have, we just want to see things upgraded. Just upgrade them. You know what I'm saying? Just upgrade them. Give us some better loot in the dungeons. You don't got to give us a whole new dungeon, because what's the sense of giving us a new dungeon when the loot in the old dungeons is going to be the same as the loot in the new dungeon? It doesn't make any sense. So the answer is not just dungeons. It's not just adding dragons. It's just like actually just sitting back and like just realizing that I don't know, man. Like, jeez, I mean, that's why you got a lot of these people just standing around. A lot of people are just standing around. That's what you do in this game. You stand around and you wait. Because what else is there to do, guys? I mean, like I said, I can go over there to Sharndar and, you know, I mean, but at the same time, then I can't run my queues. Because if I queue up for it just at a random, there's a chance that I'm going to get stuck with a group that's not going to beat it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just avoid that and, you know, just try to get in the dungeons before I leave this zone. So we shall see. We shall see. I don't even know like when part 3 is coming out. I think part 2 just came out not that long ago. So it's like, I think they think that's going to last us like what, at least 2-3 months. I don't even think console got it yet. So I don't know. I don't know. And if you got the rings already from the bounties, you don't necessarily need to do the bounties anymore. So what do you do then? I mean, for me, I can't even get the bounties done. But for those people out there who actually got it done, all right, well, what do you want them to do now? And that's where we're at. There's nothing to do after a while. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And that's why I say it's realistically never going to change. You just give us the bare minimum and we just suck it up at the end of the day. We're just going to suck it up and play it. Because at the end of the day, there's some people out here who have invested way too much time and way too much money into this game to just quit. And that's completely understandable. Like, and then there's those people out there who just don't care and then just, you know, stop playing. Or those people out there who can literally stop playing for months, come back, play, be caught up, and then still be bored with the game because that's literally just how much content is in this game. So, you're not really much if you haven't been playing. You can probably come back, you can catch up, and you'll be right back in the action of things. I'm pretty sure if you know, your stats, it doesn't even matter. Like, you're going to get downscaled if you're in something you need to be downscaled in. And if you need to be upscaled, you're going to get upscaled in something that you need to be upscaled in. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, you know, I give them, you know, I'm not even like giving them the benefit of the doubt no more. We'll just see what they do anymore. You know, anything they say, I don't even listen. I mean, I just seen Garland's video. I didn't even know they were doing this. They just put this improved bag of holding in the Astral Diamond for 1 million. You know, and we all know what that's there for. You know, just get rid of some of this AD in the game because, you know, everybody they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it. How much of the bag's going for on the auction house now? I mean, it's just funny to me what they be doing sometimes. It is what it is. What are they? 1 point? Oh no, that's just no. That's just stupid. And you see what I'm saying? Because why? Where's the only other place you can get the bags from? It's a Zen Market. No, the bag space is good anymore, but it's overrated. It's overrated. You don't need. I personally can't see you needing, you know, damn near, what is it? How many spaces you get? 36, 42 spaces. I mean, I don't know. You don't need that many bag space. I got, you know, the bags they give you for free, right? They give you these 4 bags for free. And then I bought these 2 for like 400K a pop. So pretty much equivalent to, that 1 big bag. I bought 2 little bags and I'm cool with that. And I still got all this extra space. And you know, maybe as progresses or as time goes on. Oh, we got this Quicklin, right? I didn't even see that. Let's see if this is going for anything. But you know, we'll see. We'll go from there. 1 million, really? Okay, we'll see. I don't know what it does. Oh, it's for healing. Okay, that's why. All right, we'll throw it up for 900K if anybody wants it. I don't really care. Make somebody's day, especially if you need it. 1, 2, nope. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oop, 900K. Pretty slow day today, though, in terms of dungeons. I don't really see too many people running the random dungeon queue, and that's why I say every day is a little bit of a hit and miss too, guys, with these live streams, because it just depends on the day in Neverwinter for me. You know, I'm just a casual player. I don't play with a group of people, so for me, if nobody is running stuff in the Enclave, it doesn't look like I get anything, you know. This guy's running the random trial queue again. You know, I could keep doing that and, you know, still get a little bit of AD, but I'm just looking to get the, maybe I'll just make a group here in a couple seconds if we don't turn around and find anything that we need. What is that? Watched some video yesterday. Guy only bought 20 boxes, got Zuna on number 9. Yeah, I mean, those boxes, they're pretty good odds. I mean, Nipsey opened, well, if you guys remember Nipsey opened up 2 of them, and he got 1 out of it. So the odds aren't too bad. You know, I guess it's all RNG based, like, you know, like they say it is. But, you know, I don't know. I think if you definitely open up a decent amount, you'll get you'll get one if you really want the Zuna. I mean, at this point, I think it'd just be cheaper to buy them. Right, I don't know how much longer. Oh, I see that. I don't know how long these are going to be in the shop for, but I assume they'll be in there a decent amount of time. Personally, like I said, I'm not going to waste my money. You know, even if I had the money for the Zuna, I probably wouldn't buy it at this point anymore. Just due to the fact is, it's I don't know. I just feel like it's going to get nerfed. I just got this weird feeling. I don't know. Just Cryptic's being too fit. They're being too weird right now for me. I don't know. They're real sneaky. They're real sneaky. I mean, they think they're sneaky, but I mean, I think I got these guys down packed now to the T. So we'll see if your boy Sonny's right. You know, what's today? May 7th, right? They put these packs in yesterday, so on May 6th, we'll say today, your boy Sonny's announcing the Zuna nerf. Give it a month. Give it like a month or so, you know? Month or so, and, you know, we'll see something coming along next that's going to be best in slot. Maybe when console gets Sharndar Part 2, it's probably not what you want to hear. Maybe you just bought one, but let's just keep it real. Like, Companion's too popular. See, Neverwinter can see all the statistics and see who's doing what's people running. So they see that people have the Mirage set. They see that people are running the Cloaked Ascendancy campaign. They see that people are buying the Zuna. So once they feel they've done enough, all right, well, we made enough money off of that. Let's just see what we can do next to get in some more cash flow. Because at the end of the day, I say it's a business. Nothing wrong with that, you know, but at the same time, I mean, damn. You don't got to be dicks about it. You don't got to be sneaky, like, you know. I mean, some people might not expect it because if you haven't played the game long, you know, you would think, oh, damn, I just bought the Zuna for like 6 mil, 5 mil, whatever the case may be. And then in like 2 months, it's going to be nerfed. You might be like, what the hell? I just bought this damn thing. But, you know, if it's, don't get me wrong, the companion's been very good for a long time. So I'm surprised it hasn't come sooner, but at the same time, the companion is just a rare commodity. And I think just for some reason now, there's just too many. And I don't know what it is. You know, I know the pack is in the store, but even more than that, it just feels like every dungeon I'm in, everybody got a Zuna. Even on Xbox, everywhere I go, there's Zunas. And it's just, damn. You know, this is supposed to be the best in slot companion, you know? And everybody's using it, so it can't be that. And so that's when the problems start to come in. When everybody starts using it, and then Cryptic realizes, well, nobody else is buying anything else. Right? And that's where the problems start coming in. If nobody, you know, besides maybe like, you know, if you're, I even see tanks running Zuna, so I can't even say that. Healer ran a Zuna one time, so it ain't even like it's just DPS. Like if you're just looking for something that can kill shit, you're gonna pick up the Zuna. Like it's just that simple. And if you're playing on PC, you can use that exploit thing or whatever. I don't even know if it's an exploit, but you just resummon the bitch, and she'll just keep doing her AOE attack. So, you know, I believe somebody said Zuna can carry you through LAM. So, you know, you just need to buff her up and everything and do that one little resummon thing so she always can use her AOE attack. But other than that, yeah, she's I mean, we'll see. And then the people who are just sitting on the packs already, just imagine how they feel. So sometimes it is what it is, you know. It's one of those things. Like, I'm pretty sure if somebody knew that the Zuna was coming in this pack, and I'm pretty sure, you know, a couple people know, right? You know, and I always say that about, that's got to be everything in life. There's always that 1% of the population who just knows everything. And that's even true in video games, so don't ever get it twisted. Like, there's people in this game who know when something's coming. You know, you watch for things like that. I notice things like that. It just be a little fishy. Like, especially with the Cloak Ascendancy, I'm pretty sure some people knew Mirage was going to be best in slot. So what does that tell them? Get ready. You know what I'm saying? So, same thing with the Zuna. I seen somebody trying to trade 30 of them on Xbox. Why you got 30? Why you got 30, my man? Like, realistically speaking, what do you need? Like, that's just too many. That's just too many. That's too many. So, something, it just be funny sometimes. Something's going on. There's be stuff going behind the scenes in Neverwinter that, you know, they be probably thinking they slick, and like I said, they don't really tell us much. They don't really tell us much. I told you how happy we were that they told us that bindings were getting removed from the game. Everybody and their grandma was happy. Everybody and their grandma was happy that they told us finally something was getting removed and that we can actually get ready. But I think what happened was everybody got too ready. And now everybody, you know, I'm not sitting on bindings like that, but, you know, if you knew the binding nerf was coming and you knew how much each rank was going to be worth, well, geez Louise, you were stacking up before you even knew it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of this AD is coming from too, is the bindings, and they're still in the game. You can still go up to the rewards claim center and still cash them in, right? You know, there's even a couple little, I don't know if I want to say that now, but I mean, there's even something you could do now to still get bindings in the game, right? You just gotta know what you're doing. So, I mean, that to me, if you know what you're doing, there's literally a way to make infinite money in this game, you know, through the bindings. And that's a problem. That is a legitimate problem. And that's why there's some of these people who just have, you know, hundreds of millions of AD, and they just have, you know, tons of bindings too as well, just because a bonding 15 is 2.6 million, right? You know what you're getting when you cash it in. You know, there's no like, oh, somebody's gonna undercut me. It's guaranteed money, and in Neverwinter, that's very hard to come by. And you could still get bondings out of the packs, right? In the Zen market, I believe. So it's not like they're ever gonna go away. At least as far as I know, I don't think they can go away. So, we'll see. You know, I see they took the bindings out of the games, but it doesn't really. It doesn't. I don't know what's the word I want to use. Like, it doesn't. It still feels like the same Neverwinter. Like, it doesn't even really feel like bindings got. Like, you taking out bindings out of the game really didn't, in my opinion, really change anything. You just kind of made us, all right, take bindings out. Okay, whatever, you know. You just created this massive flood of increase of Astral Diamonds in your own game. Because I don't really know who really even complained that bindings we're going to get rid of. I mean, you said, oh, we're going to get rid of bindings, but you can literally cash in any rank you want. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that, you know? So, it's definitely a weird thing right now where the game is. I don't know if this is where they anticipated, or is this, you know, is this where they thought everything was going to be at? Like, I don't know. And as far as I know, the roadmap thing, I don't know if they're still following it. I haven't really, like I said, I don't really keep up. I don't really keep up because it's just, you keep up in it and you do what? You look, and you still get surprised by certain things. So for me, I'd rather just be surprised by everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's why even back when I played on Xbox too, like, it wasn't really my thing to keep up to date on everything in the game and, you know, try to sit here and figure out everything. It was just more, I played the game as it came. And yeah, it's, I don't even want to say you enjoy it more, but I guess you kind of do, because then you know what not to expect, I guess, in a sense, right? You know what I mean? Because when you know what to expect, it might get you mad. Right, and then you're mad, and then you're building up that mad anger. So at least this way, if they don't tell you what they're gonna do and then they just release it, it's like, well, everybody can be mad together. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, that's where I'm at anymore. It is what it is. Whatever they dish out, hey, I'm here still. I'm gonna get my VIP. I'm gonna do my dungeons when I can to get this money, and you know, spend it every once in a while, because, you know, you still, Astral Diamonds is still an important commodity in the game. You definitely need Astral Diamonds. Like, you know, Zen is more valuable, obviously, but you do need the Astral Diamonds. And there's only one way to get that, and that's just by running dungeons. So, you know, like I say, they're never, you know, we got pretty lucky today, actually. We got Castle Never, right? Yeah, Castle Never. Not bad. This is the definitely guaranteed beat. Like, even with a pretty crappy group, I guess, if you want to say, you're beating this dungeon. Like, this dungeon is not too bad. I think the hardest part in this dungeon is the balls in the corridor before the third boss. But other than that, this dungeon isn't too bad at all. It's gonna be a nice quick one, and we're gonna get our money for the day, and after that we'll see, like I always be saying, where the wind takes us, because honestly, I play this game like Pocahontas. Wherever the wind takes me in this game, that's where we go. I don't kind of fight it. I just go along for the ride anymore. Wherever we're going, that's where we're going. You know, if I see something that entices me, I mean, it would be nice to get into an IC, but you know, there's no really specific reason to run it if you already did it. And that's where sometimes it becomes a problem, you know, for those people out there who might need, you know, those specific dungeons. It's a little harder because it's an outdated dungeon. And, you know, a lot of the people, if you play during that mod, have the gear already. So what am I going to run the dungeon for when I can run either IC for like 30 minutes, or I can run whatever. I think you can even get the same rewards in a skirmish now. I think the loot table is the same across the board, so I don't think it really matters what you run. So yeah, it's it's a little crazy, but you know, that's why I hope one day, you know, we could sit back and say things change for the better one day. Let's see, I'm trying to think if we can actually say that now, like things have changed for the better. Bindings were taken out. Like I said, I don't really see the difference. You know, you're gonna still see your wallet warriors. You're gonna still see like people who don't know what they're doing. Like I don't really understand the purpose of the bondings. People who know how to do DPS are still doing DPS. So I don't know what the goal of the bindings was. I thought they were pretty cool. I mean, they say they give you all these stats and everything, but it wasn't. I don't know. I don't. You know, you're getting stats now anyway, so I don't know. I think they could have left them and still did their little stat change, and things would be the same now as they, you know, if they weren't in the game, and that's kind of my thing. But We'll see what's coming up next for the world of Neverwinter. Like I said, console didn't even get Sharndar Part 2. So they didn't even really get to experience the world of the bounties yet. And that's a whole, like I be saying, that's a whole different world, the bounties world. One 800 choke that hoe. Probably gonna get tethered. Told ya. Oh, that was pretty close. Huh. That one will actually kill you if you get tethered with that one for some reason. That one's more stronger than the first bosses. I don't know if it's because I jumped at the last minute and dodged it, but that one, as far as I know, that one hurts. Maybe they changed it now, so maybe they don't hurt as much. We're gonna switch our loadouts real quick. I mean, maybe one of these days I'll make a, if you guys would want, maybe I'll make like just a build video like this. I mean, ain't really much, guys. There's not really much to make content on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and just milk out shit and just keep putting out, like, if somebody makes a video and if they explain it good enough, I'm not gonna make another one and, you know, fucking, yeah, I don't know. So, you know, hopefully one day, you know, we can say that Neverwinter will be in a more comfortable state, maybe is the word, right? More enjoyable. But we'll see, you know, this year. Not the best year, but like, you know, like we've been saying every year for the past, since the game came out, maybe next year. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I've been saying, yeah, well, just next year. 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 Just next mod. Since like mod 5. So yeah, and we're on mod 20. So we'll see. Just, you know, it's only gonna take them till next mod to get things right. But, you know. Oh, not too bad though, quick and easy. But yeah, probably gonna wind up wrapping up things after this dungeon. I'm trying to, as I'm sitting here doing this dungeon, I'm trying to think of like something I could do afterwards, but there's not really anything that I particularly need to do today. So unfortunately, guys, I appreciate, you know, we still got a little bit to go, but you know, just a heads up, you know, as always, I appreciate y'all stopping by the stream. You know how it goes around here. I still, you know, it ain't about, we ain't here for Neverwinter. We just here to have a good ass time, you know. And hopefully my rambling or, you know, my little thoughts and insights, yeah, hey, they're not bad. I'm not sure, like I said, how everybody else's Neverwinter experiences are now. Everybody's might be different, you know. Maybe you're having the best time of your life playing Neverwinter. You know what I mean? And, you know, for other people, maybe they're not having. So that's why I say everybody's, and that's why it's good to have different of opinions, because everybody's experiences are going to be different. You know, the guy leveling up in the game is going to say the game is in a different state than the guy who's pretty much been playing the games for years and, you know, knows the game, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's why at the end of the day, you got to go by what you think. Go by how you feel. If you're having fun with the game, that's all that matters. That's why I still play this game now. Not because I have to, but because I still do have fun. To me, running a dungeon every once in a while is fun. You know what I'm saying? But to run a dungeon like I used to, no. Not anymore. There's no incentives. But, you know, I do realize I need to get my 100,000 a day. And literally, this is the only way to make money. So I am going to be in dungeons every day. And it's not like I'm even in dungeons. It's more, it's just I do the trial. And then I do the epic and I go about my business. So we'll see, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not that I can't you know, put out the, you know, I play on 2 different worlds. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Your boy Sonny might surprise you with some videos. And then again, I can't make no promises anymore. There's, you know what I'm saying? So don't get mad at me. I just don't know where the game's at, right? So I don't know where I'm at yet. And it's a little bit of like this up and down, teeter-totter. Like, I'm not really sure if I don't know if this is genuine joy out of the game, or is this more just joy just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is yet. And until I do, we'll see. We'll see. All I know is every day I still got VIP. All I know is every day I need 100,000 if I can get it, and every day I'm gonna try and do it. So I don't know if that's just, fun, or it's just because I see it as I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? I've been just playing this game for so damn long that this could just be a fucking routine for me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even though the game isn't in a good state, like for me, it's just, damn, they're playing Neverwinter for mod 5, and we're on mod 20 now. That's 15 mods of playing this game. So it's ain't something you can just, it's definitely not easy just to walk away. I mean, I've seen it all. I mean, y'all already know the stories. I've been banned before, you know, I've had to make accounts before. Like, it's nothing new to me. It's not new to me. Like, so even for somebody like me who's played this game over, like, I've restarted twice on console. Twice on console. Now I'm over here to PC, and I'm up, and I'm back up to where I was before, and it's just, you know, I get better at playing it, but at the same time, it's just from so long and playing just not always through the same lens as necessarily everybody else, right? Because you got to think that all these people who sometimes be giving their opinions just play the game as the modules come out, right? And it's hard to evaluate from that perspective because you're not behind on anything. So for somebody like me, my opinion is different a little bit because I had to catch back up on everything. You see what I'm saying? So I know what it's like for a new player to come into this game. You see what I'm saying? Even though I know what I'm doing, it made it easier for me. But for a new player coming into this game, I seen the problems. And there's a lot of them. Just combat is the big one. They don't give you no kind of guides, no kind of tips, no nothing. There is no kind of anything to. So when these players hit 80, they're just completely lost. And I understand why. The game is not linear enough. You know what I'm saying? There's too much. There's just too much. And I know that might sound like crazy, but there's literally just too much. They need to narrow it down. Just give the new players the important shit that they need to know. Just let them know that, listen, when you get to level 80, shit gets real. Like, before 80, shit ain't real. You know, you just leveling up. Let's just be honest. You leveling up, right? You know, if you know, you're smart about it, you can actually start doing some of your boons before you hit 80. But people ain't gonna know that really. You know, they're just gonna see Dread Ring and be like, oh, what's that? Oh, just a new place to, you know, do some quests. No, that's where you get your first introduction of boons, and that's actually important that you want to get that done because Dread Ring is the money spot. How is a new person supposed to know that? You see what I'm saying too? Game doesn't do a good enough job at explaining things along the way. And that's another turnoff that a lot of people that I've seen for a lot of people. It's just the game itself doesn't do a good enough job at explaining. And I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but if all people are doing is leaving and nobody's coming into the game, y'all know what's gonna happen after a while. The game is just gonna come to a point where it just can't maintain itself anymore. And that's why sometimes when people be like, oh, you know, it's this, that. No, you gotta support the new people. You have to. You have to take new people through the dungeons, guys. Listen to me. If you are the person out there, you know who you are. If you're the person out there who does not play, who cares about item level, right? I'm just gonna tell you like this. Fuck you. Like, we need to start doing more for this community. Like, this game isn't, it lives. Y'all ain't understanding, like, you know, maybe if you play with a set group, you're cool. You know, you're always comfortable. That's fine. But for the average player out there, this game isn't that fun. The queue times are 20-30 minutes if you're on a DPS class. And everybody and their grandma makes a DPS class. And I understand it's DPS, but you wouldn't know that in the beginning of the game. And that's what I'm saying. So imagine you spent months getting attuned to 80 just to not even be able to play in any of the dungeons because number one, the queue times are too long, and number two, nobody wants to invite you because you're too low of an item level. You get what I'm saying? And that's not right. I will always try the dungeon. I will always try a dungeon. But if we can't beat it, that's different. Then some people are going to start having to get kicked. There's nothing I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if I could pull you along the dungeon, I will absolutely do. I don't even care if it takes us 45 minutes an hour. You just got yourself a free dungeons. I tip my hat off to you. You know what I'm saying? And I probably got some people butthurt out there that I said fuck you to those people who ask for item level and who are mad stingy. Y'all know who you are. Y'all know who you are. And I don't care anymore. That shit is like so toxic to me. Oh, you got to be 45k plus to run with. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Nobody. If you're that good, then take a lower level item level person with you. That's my thing. If you're that good, what do you need all 45k item level people to beat that dungeon for, right? And you see what I'm saying? And that's what the problem is with this game sometimes, is people just get too mentality of just me. Oh, I need to be best in slot. Oh, I need to do the most DPS. What about everybody else in your group? What about the guy who doesn't watch YouTube videos? You get what I'm saying? What about the guy who's just starting out in the game? What about the guy who just hit level 80? You gotta show love to everybody. You gotta. You know, if you can give something away for free, give it away for free if you got it. Like, what's the big deal? Maybe that giving to that dude that just started playing the game makes the difference between him staying in the game and him leaving the game, right? And it's just crazy to me. If I got it, I'll give it. People ask me in the chat sometimes for free mounts. I don't care. I'll give it to you. You could put it on. You could put it on and never play a game. But at the same time, I try to do my best out there to keep this game functioning. Because I'm noticing from playing across Xbox, across PC. There's less and less people playing, guys. There is less and less people playing. It's just cold facts. It's just cold facts. It's hard to find a tank. It is hard to find a tank. And why is that? Because when you play, I'm going to be completely frank. I got a pally tank on Xbox. Playing on a tank is so bad. Playing on a tank is so fucking bad. It's bad. It's bad. Like, there's I haven't found anybody that says, yeah, I have fun playing on a tank. It's bad. It's bad. It's not even fun anymore. You can't keep yourself alive anymore. You need a healer anymore. You can't do anything. And it's crazy to me. So what does that encourage people to do? They don't want to play as a tank. But guess what? You need a tank to be in a dungeon. And that's why and that's why it's just, you got to help the new people out there. If you're any kind of, you know your way around the game, or if somebody has a questions, help a person out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that person. Don't be rude. Don't ignore them. Do your best. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, then hey, you don't know. But, if you see somebody who's asking for an invite for a low level, how about you do your good deed for the day? Take him along the dungeon if you can. You know what I'm saying? Help him out. Even if he's not doing much, you just made his day, I'm pretty sure. You just put some astral diamonds in his pocket. You don't know what he's going to get from that chest. He could be the guy who pulls the legendary mount. You see what I'm saying? So you never know what you could do, and who's playing, and you could be the difference between somebody staying and going. So it's just, we gotta really change up the mentality here in Neverwinter for this game to succeed. You really, and like I say, it's not just, and your boy Sonny's in the minority. I gotta be in the minority, because as far as I could tell, everybody else plays, and that's no shade to anybody else out there who does this. But y'all play with enough people to always keep yourselves going. They know who you are. They're gonna invite you. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna get invites. But what about the person who nobody knows? Right? What about him? And yes, it's a rough world out there. If you're just kind of a casual player, it's a hard world. It's a hard world. I mean, you can invite friends. Like, I got friends on this list. That don't mean shit, though. That don't mean shit. 9 times out of 10, not to throw any shade to anybody out there, 9 times out of 10, they don't even answer me. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be asking them dungeon, ? And I don't even get an answer back. And like I said, that's no shade. I just keep it pushing. I just keep it pushing. Like, I'm not gonna sit here, and that's why I say the game is just in a state right now where it's just is really it's gonna be a tough time. Like, there's gonna be nothing coming out for a while. If you're caught up, what is there to do? And if you're not caught up, what can you do? Because nobody wants to invite you to anything, and you can't get into certain zones because you just get melted. You get what I'm saying? Like, the combat changes made things harder. It didn't make it easier. So if you're not really geared up for certain content, you can't even get through that said content. So people be like, oh, you need to get better gear. Well, how the hell can I get better gear if I can't even beat the enemies within said gear zone? So the next best thing is to run dungeons, so this way I could at least get the seal gear. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the queues is nice, because it does just give the random person the ability just to hit this and hit join. Now, it is all RNG based because you don't know how long it's going to take, and you don't know if you're even going to beat it. And that's what I say, like, it's just too many variables sometimes. But, oh man, guys, I just want to say I appreciate y'all stopping by the street today, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, that means a lot that people still, you know, will take the time out of the day, come and support me, listen to what I got to say. And, you know, I really do hope everybody out there watching is having a more enjoyable with this game. I think I just like butchered that. It's having a more enjoyable time with this game. I can't, you know, I don't want to say that the game is going down, right? I never want to say the game is dying. I'll never use that word because I hate that word. That means nobody's playing. But we're really gonna start seeing an issue here within the future if things don't kind of change here for, you know, some of the classes too. Like, y'all gotta make some of the classes more, and tanks especially. Y'all gotta fix the tanks. You're gonna have to, because you ain't gonna have tanks wanting to run. Nobody's gonna make a tank. The only people that are gonna make tanks are the people who, guess what, run in the groups. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Their group needs a tank. So somebody's got to take one for the team and make that tank, and, you know, keep things rolling and keep the money flowing in for that said one group. You know what I'm saying? Or even if it's just like a rotation of 10 people, right? You see what I'm saying though? But you guys know how this shit works. You know, if you've been playing a little bit, you've seen it. If you're out there and you're a lower level guy, you've seen yourself getting ignored. You've seen the bullying here, and I hate bullies. I hate bullies. So we got to stop the bullying here in Neverwinter. If you can help out a lower level guy, take the time out of your day, throw him some gold, throw him a mount, throw him a bone. Just throw the kid a bone. You never know, that bone might take him all the way down the road. But like I said, until next time, guys, it has been your boy Sonny. Y'all be safe.